Hello, Lisa Wells here. How are you feeling? I'm feeling nervous, really nervous, because I've invited you all here and I've set up this event to do this live video to talk to you about the program that I have, my Food, Fear and Freedom program. And this is a big moment for me because this is what I have been working for this year, getting this program up and running and being able to help people, help women, impact people in my community, in society, and to help them to be free of the things that hold them back. So I'm nervous because, on my Facebook groups and all that, I share a lot of free content. And this is the part where I'm explaining to you how you can work with me one-on-one over a period of time to get results. Now, I'm not nervous because of that. I'm nervous because this is where I put myself out there and I basically have to sell myself. I have to let you know what I've got available that you can actually purchase to invite me into your life and to get you on this program. And now is a fabulous time of year. October, we are heading into that crazy time of year. And if we can start working on getting your foundation of inner strength and start building that up now, all through the rest of this month, all through November and the beginning of December, you are going to be a different person from what you are now. That is for sure. And really, it's just small daily actions. Every day, just do something small and have a focus, and that will be that one thing that you do each day will be your focus, and you focus on something that's healthy. So this green water bottle is the first thing that I did that I could focus on. So 2 liters of water every day. That was the first healthy foundation that I put into practice for my life, and I would focus on that. So whether it was that day that I ate 7 Mars bars, or whether it was that day when I was on the floor and I just couldn't get up because I didn't know how I was going to overcome this food addiction or this eating thing that ruled my life. But at least, because we break so many promises to ourselves when we're in food hell, after a while, our promises don't mean anything to us anymore. And so I actually got this tip from the law of attraction, and it's just to focus on the good thing that you want in your life. And the good thing that I wanted was health, So how can I get to health when I'm so far removed from it? And it's one step at a time. And focusing on drinking that water every day helped. That was a foundation step in getting me back towards health. So I'm going to go over the modules that we have that we'll cover. So it's a 10-week program, and basically by the end of the 10 weeks you will have the 10 modules that you have for the rest of your life, forever and ever, for you to keep working on. So the things that we go through are things that we'll keep working on in your life. It's going to take more than 1 week to master these things, but you've got them there, they're in your life, and you can focus. You've got them there to focus on for yourself. Plus, you also get weekly coaching with me. Every single week we will meet, whether it's in a situation like this, like a private meeting one-on-one, and I will be there for you to help guide you, and I will be there to listen to you, and I'll be able to probably spot what's going on, and I will be able to help you go back in the right direction. So if you've been on my page for a while, you know a bit of my terminology and the stuff that I use. So week 1, we normally cover connection with self. And what does that even mean? Like connecting with yourself. There's a few different parts to us. There's a few different aspects of us. We have our thoughts and we have our feelings and emotions. And then there is also that part of us that we can't see. And that part of us that we can't see is our inner self, right? So if we're appeasing our thoughts like they're a god, or our emotions are up and down, then our inner self isn't really getting a look in, because our thoughts are controlling us or our emotions are controlling us. So basically what I've found is that by just sitting with yourself and asking yourself the question, what does my connection feel like? And just feel yourself in your body, okay? You got to bring yourself back down here. Just no thoughts for 3 minutes and just practice feeling what it feels like to be in your body. because over time, when you're in here, I can tell you it feels pretty good. It's very calm, it's very serene. And that's where your answers also come from. The answers about what to do, the answers about what to eat, you know, intuitive eating or mindfulness and all that kind of stuff. That's all from within. And that's why it's important to go within on a regular basis and to connect with that part of yourself that's within. Hey, Jackie, how are you? So you'll get videos on how to connect with yourself and just practice every day, even if it's just before you go to bed. Just close your eyes in bed, relax, ask yourself the question, what does my connection feel like? And just practice that, because like any muscle that you're training, something new, it takes practice. So keep practicing that. And there's heaps and heaps of video resources on my Facebook page as well. Week 2, we talk about discomfort. Discomfort, feeling discomfort has a big role to play. Especially when I was overcoming the food addiction and all that kind of stuff. Thanks, Jackie. I'm glad that's inspiring. So people might be scared of feeling discomfort or facing this discomfort that they're stuffing down with food. But if I could say to you, this is the one thing that you can do that will actually bring you relief. So 2 things happened when I started feeling discomfort, and they're not what I thought they would be. One is that nothing bad actually happened to me. So I would sit here at the table where I'm at now, I'd have my journal and my pen, and I'm like ready to feel discomfort. And I really honestly thought I was going to spiral down. And I thought, oh my God, you know, all the stuff that's happened to me in my life, and, you know, all this stuff's all going to come out and I'm not going to be able to cope. But funnily enough, I was actually suppressing happiness and joy. And so happiness and joy started coming out, and that really surprised me. And nothing bad happened. So I got through it, you know, and with weekly support from me, you will get through it, definitely. So introducing discomfort, nothing bad happened to me, and it was a relief. You know, that's the second thing that I found really interesting after I kind of faced myself emotionally, is that when you go through the feelings and you face what you're feeling, it is a relief, because your emotions and everything are trying so hard to get your attention. They're like a naughty little kid, you know, look at me, I want your attention. And then you keep stuffing food down and not taking notice and not listening. The look at me gets louder and louder. And so you just keep eating, and it's this loop of destruction, you know, that we put ourselves through. But if we just stop and go within, get your notepad, write it out. I feel shit, I feel crap. Why, you know, what is it that you really want? And then you find out and you go, oh, right, okay, cool. That's pretty cool. What a great message. Thank you. You know, I'm really glad that you're there, and I'm glad that you brought that to my attention. So, yeah, thank you. And that's all it is, you know, that's feeling discomfort, and you get through it. And then it's relief, which is great. So module 3 is facing yourself. So that's kind of hand in hand with feeling the discomfort, because once you allow yourself to feel the discomfort, you've got to know what to do with it. So, you know, we've got some questions that you can ask yourself, and, you know, each week in the course you'll be getting this email from me with all the paperwork, the modules and the videos, plus your weekly coaching session with me. So, important questions, you know, because we've been cut off for so long from what we feel, that I didn't even know what I felt about anything, really. I had no opinions. I was very agreeable with everyone around me. And I didn't even know what I felt a lot of the time. So it's just practicing that. What is it that I'm feeling at the moment? And if you don't know, then that's okay as well, because then that's what you're learning. You're in the process of learning that. So, and another great question to ask, and this is one that really helped me a lot, if you are just about to stuff your face, if I don't have that food right now, what do I think will happen to me? Because this whole eating thing, it's a mind game, right? So you need to stand up to your mind and your subconscious thoughts, subconscious limiting beliefs, all that kind of stuff that's running. So if I don't have that food right now, what do I think will happen to me? And if you keep sort of facing yourself in this way, your subconscious mind will back down, because you're taking control again, which is what is the most helpful thing. Okay, we do a module on identifying negative beliefs. Now, there's heaps of negative thinking patterns and stuff like that. You know, I was a big fan of the all or nothing. Say Monday I had healthy food intentions. By Tuesday 11 a.m. got my hand in the cookie jar. Then I'm like, okay, well, what's the point? I may as well just go the rest of the week eating whatever, you know. So it's just kind of recognizing these things and empowering you to make a better choice. So then you're kind of there. You can still eat the food. Like I have this saying is that I can eat anything I want. I'm just going to do this first, right? I'll just eat an apple first. So a lot of it is kind of like a distraction technique, distracting that loop. Pattern interrupt as well is what it's called. But interrupting that pattern, you know, because it takes a little while to even recognize when you're in the throes of this controlling beliefs that are running your mind. We also practice eating when we're hungry, okay? So this is another lifelong skill that will do you well for the rest of your life. This is another strong foundational piece of work that we do together. Eating when you're hungry. We've lost touch with our hunger cues. Am I really hungry? I don't really know. I'll just have a drink of water and I'll try again in 5 minutes and see if I'm hungry. You know, we eat because we're bored. We eat because we're lonely. We eat because we're busy. We eat because we're not prepared with healthy food. There's a lot of reasons. And we preload. Yes, that's another good one. I'll eat now because I might not be able to get to eat later, or I might be busy later, so I'll eat now. I was really good at preloading and just learning to eat when you're hungry. It is a mindfulness practice as well, and I just think it's a great one to get in touch with your body again. We'll also discuss movement and mantra. So we all know how important movement is just for our mental health alone. They say going for a 20-minute walk every day is the equivalent to having an antidepressant, which I would much rather probably go for a walk for 20 minutes a day than have an antidepressant. But when you're in that inner turmoil, when you're in the headspace of those limiting beliefs which are controlling you, you don't feel like going for a walk and you don't feel like repeating a inspiring mantra to yourself. So that's why this is baby steps, and that's why we start with connecting with yourself inside and we work on that. And then as you get stronger, we implement these other things, which all build this foundation of inner strength for yourself. So week 8, we talk about nourishing food, and really all that is as well is training our brain to nourishing food. Like if I am eating nourishing food, say like a chicken salad or something for lunch, I'll go, thank you for this nourishing food in my mind, thank you for this nourishing food, and really enjoy it and be grateful that I've got access to such amazing food. One sec. But if I'm stuffing my face with a bag of Freddo frogs and I'm saying, thank you for this nourishing food, thank you for this nourishing food, my brain's going, that's not nourishing food, it's incongruent with what you're saying. So this actually did happen to me one time when I started being grateful for nourishing food in my life. And I kind of really just felt like chicken and salad for lunch instead of a bag of Freddo frogs. So it's got a bit of a twofold effect. And you're also teaching your brain to look out for nourishing food, because your brain really does want to keep you happy and keep you safe and do what you want it to do. And that's why you do end up stuffing your face, because at one point in your life, there was an emotional situation in your life that happened and you weren't emotionally able to cope with that. And so your subconscious mind kind of took over to protect you. And so, for example, when I had my son 12 years ago, I was flooded with emotions. I didn't really know what to do. I didn't know how to cope. So I ate some chocolate and I felt better. Next day, wake up, same situation, so much emotion in my body, like, oh my God, I don't know what to do. I love this little bundle so much. I really don't know what to do. So I had some chocolate and I felt better. So that's how it formed for me. My brain was really wanting me to feel better because I was in a real state of, I don't know, panic. So yeah, getting back into nourishing food again. And of course, it's what we want. We want to be healthy and we want to feed our bodies nourishing food, but we can't when we're stuck in those toxic thoughts that are unhelpful. Okay, expectations. What do we expect So if we're 9 weeks into the program and it's not going the way you wanted it, we have to look at why. What is your expectation at this point? Because perhaps our expectations of ourselves are too high. Are our expectations reasonable? Really also we have to look at how far we've come. And that's something that I'm actually doing a lot of now. Look at how far I've come. Really, I don't give myself enough credit for what I do and how far I've come. So I'm really working on that. I guess I always expect good things to happen, but I think what I used to do is expect someone else to do them for me. So, in my last life before I became Food, Fear and Freedom, I was an angel writer, and I wrote messages from the angelic realm. And I would ask the angels to help me, please not eat chocolate today. Honestly, why can I not stop stuffing my face? And I couldn't understand it. I was a good person. I still am a good person, but I couldn't understand why this eating thing would just not go away. And it's because I just didn't do enough to stop the negative thought patterns in my head. And it's really hard when you feel like you don't believe that you can. And I really didn't believe that. So I knew I was a good person, but I just had to stand up for myself a bit more than what I was doing. And resistance, that kind of ties in with the expectations a little bit. Why do we resist being healthy? And I used to have this pattern where I would do well for a few weeks, would start to feel good, then I would freak out, stuff my face again for a couple of months, be depressed. I would have anxiety and live with overwhelm and not cope. And I was in this cycle for so many years, and I couldn't work out what is it about when I do well, when I feel good, that I freak out. And I learned that feeling good wasn't really a normal, safe feeling for me. So whenever I started to feel good and to feel happy, then I would do everything to stop feeling that way. So I would stuff my face again and get myself back to that position of powerlessness. So over time, when that happens, I would slowly start to face myself, slowly show myself new evidence that actually I do deserve to be happy. I am safe, and this is how we're going to roll. I really had to stand up to myself and stop those patterns from basically controlling my life. Now, I shared this image on one of my Facebook videos yesterday, right? So we're on a journey, and we've all seen this, I'm sure, this image before. And it would be really nice if the journey was from A to B. But we know it's not. We know it's more like this, up and down, round and round, 2 steps forward, 1,600 steps back, all that kind of thing. And that's why I believe that doing this program with weekly support and weekly coaching from me to help keep you on track. And if you do kind of, no one's perfect, there is no perfect. And I want to just teach you all that stuff, I want to be with you on your journey and watch you go from strength to strength as you get your power back. Get your power back from food. We're giving it too much power. So my course is on my website. It's at the moment it is $497, and that's for 10 weeks. And that's all the modules, all the videos, my help every week. Plus, you can always email me or message me if you're having a little freak out moment, and I will help you however I can. This is a huge issue in our society, and everyone is looking outside for the next new thing that will fix them. I'm here to teach you that it is an inside job. The issues that we have are all internal. They're in our head. And the way to get them, to overcome them, is that we need to learn to be strong within ourselves and build up our inner strength from within us. So let me know if you have any questions. Put them in the comments here, or send me a message on Facebook, however's easiest for you. You can book a free session with me, and we can go over module 1 together and give you a bit of a taste of what to expect of us working together. So I'll put a few links in the comments below, and I really hope you're enjoying this kind of work. I'm really, really here to help show you how you can overcome these things that hold us back. All right, beautiful. I will talk to you soon. Bye.